You've heard of Neo Japan in Inazuma 11 3. You've heard of Resistance Japan in Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy. And I even put forward my idea for a Neo Japan in Inazuma 11 Orion. Well, today we're going to take it one step further. This is NEO CHRONO STORM in Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones. So the idea for this video is pretty simple. I just want to take the 11 powers seen in Chrono Stones and apply them to 11 new characters. The only rule is that we're not allowed to use any duplicates from the original Chrono Storm. No Victor, no Ricardo, no Bylong, no Sol Daystar, no Xanark, no one like that. Just Go 1 characters. Who are we going to come up with? Let me know your suggestions in the comments, and without further ado, let's dive right in. So the first power is a true game maker who combines stillness and motion by seeing through the individual to understand the whole. Now this is talking obviously about Nobunaga. Originally Nobunaga maxes with Ricardo, but my suggestion, and this is probably my worst suggestion out of all the 11, so it's a great one to start with. But I thought like Lucian Dark. I think Lucian Dark could become that kind of role. With some of these, I wasn't just thinking about who the character actually is in Go 1, but thinking about who they could become over the course of the season. And seeing Lucian Dark become that kind of game maker as a midfielder, become that kind of playmaker, take on that Ricardo-esque role, that Jude-esque role, you know, using his Ray Dark as Royal Academy roots, using the Jude sharp in him, and becoming a proper playmaker. I think would be a really interesting evolution of his character, and obviously Jude would have been with Nobunaga, so it makes sense for Lucian to go with Nobunaga. The second one is a charismatic defender who rouses up the courage of the team to change into an iron wall defense. Now when I hear that, I think of a single word in it: wall. Wan Li, obviously, has to be. The wall man himself, it's got to be Wan Li. He's charismatic, he's likable, he's fun, and I think he could rouse his team into a proper iron wall defense. He will mixy-match with Joan d'Arc. I'm not so sure I like him with La Femme, but I can't think of anyone else who fits it more, and so why not? I would prefer it if it was like Firewall or something like that, though that is actually a move in Orion. A really bad move. But imagine like a cool Firewall. But I guess it is. La Flamme it is on Wan Li. Wan Li with Joan of Arc. Number 3, a supremely accurate midfielder who uses prophetic vision to strike at the enemy's heart. So this is originally Zhu Lang. She maxes with either Bylong or Sol. In this, we're changing things up. She is maxing with Eugene Peabody. Hear me out. I know it's only been Raimon so far. There will be more non-Raimon players as we go. But hear me out with Eugene Peabody. So, Eugene Peabody, he wears glasses, he's like a nerd, he's smart, you know what I mean? He has that, he can have future eye, thief's eye, that kind of stuff. There is your accuracy. There's your prophetic vision. And he's striking at the hearts because, I don't know, he's like a cold-blooded killer. So there's my basic idea, is he uses his stats, his glasses, his nerd-like qualities to become the ultimate tactician, the ultimate nerd, glasses, accurate, prophetic tactician. It's a beautiful idea. And then he maxes with a dragon. Zhu Lang. Sorted. Eugene Peabody with Thundertaker. You know you want to see it. An Iron Wall goalkeeper with the power and toughness to subdue an empire. Well, it's the goalkeeper from Lunacy Academy. It's got to be Alessandro Ilgrand. He just screams Iron Wall to me. He screams the Liu Bei type goalkeeper. Sam Gokhan is an honorable mention, but for me, Ilgrand wins. Number 5, a super skilled midfielder with a heart as wide as the sea who can provide a bridge between attack and defense. Now there's 2 here you can kind of swap between in this 11, where I'm not entirely sure which one they fit more. I've gone with Ade Kebe for this one, because obviously we're talking about the heart as wide as the sea. The move really suits him because it's sea-ocean based, and I think the idea of this midfielder who's just a really nice, cheery guy, you can see Ade Kebe maxing with Sakamoto. Absolutely, 100%. So yeah, that's my pitch. An ultra-fast striker with lightning pace for making daring attacks is number 6. And for me, that's Njord Snow. Fast, good with the striking. That's a really weird way of saying a good striker. Good with the striking, makes daring attacks. Would suit Okita? Absolutely. For me, there has to be Njord Snow. A flying defender who has complete mastery and dominance of the skies. Do they have complete mastery and dominance of the skies? Maybe a bit generous, but they can, over the course of a season, they can learn moves that are aerial dominance based, and that has to be Aitor Cazador. I needed a way to slap him into this team, and here made the most sense to me. I mean, yeah, maybe he doesn't exactly fit that right now, but he can. He can learn Hunter's Fly, you know what I mean? He can learn things to become more aerially dominant. I'm absolutely sure of it. So yeah, he can fit the mold of the team. He can fit into this slot. A dynamic midfielder in whom lodges ancient power and who carves the ocean with mighty fangs has to be Laurel Bay, though I was kind of choosing between Laurel Bay and Adekebe just because they say the word oceans. And I think Adekebe is a bit more dynamic than he is super skilled. But Laurel Bay anyway, I think the whole Mighty Fangs thing can absolutely work with like lion motifs and stuff. And generally Laurel Bay with Big just seems like a bit of a match made in heaven and could be really, really, really cool. I love Laurel Bay. I think this suits him really well. A fantasy sweeper who, although ferocious, is blessed with vast wisdom and intelligence. Now this one is a massive, massive reach, because there aren't that many defenders to choose from, so I went for a midfielder. Harold Houdini, who I imagine would kind of shift into a libero role. And I went for Harold Houdini with Master Dragon because, for some reason, Harold Houdini screams fantasy to me, and also is obviously blessed with vast wisdom and intelligence. Is this a stretch? Does this one make sense? Yes, no. It is a bit of a weird one. But Harold Houdini, sure, you can be the smartest man alive. Sure, you can be a fantasy sweeper. And sure, you can get onto this team. A midfield monarch with immovable courage and unshakable power who unites the nation. Let's ignore the fact that he's dead, and Tezcat, for me, easily fits this bill. Immovable courage, absolutely. Unshakable power, 100%. And who unites a nation, he absolutely could. And I can see him bonding with King Arthur. I can see him pulling Sword of the King. He already has the fused fighting spirit King Arthur basically already. So come on, it's a match made in heaven. I love this idea. Really think we should make Tezcat the new King Arthur guy. And finally, an all-round player who can pierce any defense with Raging Fire and Quaking Thunder. For me, this is easy. Cronus 4 Seasons. He already has the Raging Fire with the whole Fireball Storm and Fighting Spirit. And the Quaking Thunder, I mean, easily could have like some kind of Thunder move, 100%. And yeah, I could see him using I Am the Almighty. And yeah, he's an all-around player. I've seen him used as a striker, midfielder. I swear to God he was used as a defender in one team. So yeah, no, absolutely. This guy fits the entire bill. I feel like he has the ego to pull it off, being mixing match with Hurricane Zeta. I feel like his design would look sick as hell. And if you guys want to draw concept art for some of these designs, I'd love to see them. Some of the Mixie Max designs. I'd be really interested in seeing them. You can have me at Twitter, and I'll make a video like looking at those. I'd really, really, really appreciate that. But yeah, no, to me, Cronus 4 Seasons, the ultimate all-around Hurricane Zeta, big Thunder Fire player, 100%. So yeah, that is my pitch for a Neo Chrono Storm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'd love to know your pitches in the comments down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.